Are these the worst carbs for diabetes? The shocking truth and better alternatives? Ever wonder if the carbs on your plate are secretly betraying your blood sugar? You're there thinking, hey, it's just toast. But meanwhile, your glucose levels are breakdancing like it's 1985. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on the sneaky, high-carb offenders that spike blood sugar, drain your energy, mess with your hormones, and leave you hungrier than a bear after hibernation. We're also diving into some truly delicious, diabetes-friendly alternatives that won't feel like a punishment. Buckle up, because some of these might surprise you. 1. Breakfast cereal, the dessert that pretends to be healthy. Let's start with the good morning lie. Breakfast cereal. You think you're starting the day right. It says whole grain. It has a heart on the box. There's a smiling cartoon. What could go wrong? Well, most cereals, even healthy ones, are made of refined grains, which are basically sugar in a trench coat. They have sky-high glycemic indexes, GI, even those labeled whole grain. Many cereals pack in added sugars, artificial flavors, and colorings. What it does to your body: massive blood sugar spike within minutes of eating, followed by a crash, which leads to more cravings, promotes insulin resistance over time. Better breakfast. Alternatives: eggs, protein, healthy fats, and they're like glucose's worst enemy. Avocado toast on low-carb bread, fiber, potassium, and good fats. Chia pudding with berries, omega-3s, antioxidants, fiber. This one's like sending your pancreas to a spa. 2. White rice, a sugar bomb in disguise. White rice looks innocent, but it's like inviting a pyromaniac into your bloodstream, GI of 73. That's like asking your blood sugar to climb Mount Everest, stripped of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, digests super fast. Blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and potential nerve damage. And brown rice? Slightly better at a GI of 68, but still not ideal. Better options: cauliflower rice. GI of 15, high in vitamin C, K, and magnesium. Great for blood sugar, immune function, and it actually fills you up. Quinoa, GI around 53, full of protein, magnesium, fiber, and B vitamins. Just keep an eye on your glucose response. It's not the same for everyone. 3. Bread, the fluffy carb that backstabs. Bread is basically the popular kid who trashes your pancreas behind your back. White bread, GI, .75. Whole grain, bread GI, 60.69. Still too high for most diabetics. Contains gliadin, a wheat protein that actually stimulates appetite by messing with your brain's hunger receptors. Bread doesn't just spike your sugar. It also causes systemic inflammation, joint pain, brain fog, beta cell damage in your pancreas. Even sourdough, while fermented and slightly lower GI, should be limited. If you're going to have bread, eat it with protein or healthy fats to slow absorption. Drink lemon water beforehand. Research shows it can reduce glucose spikes by up to 30%. 4. Fruit juice, nature's candy in liquid form. You're thinking, it's fruit. How bad can it be? Real bad, friend. Real bad. When you juice fruit, you strip out all the fiber, which is the body's natural blood sugar buffer. What you're left with? Liquid sugar that hits your bloodstream like a freight train. An 8-oz glass of OJ in juice from 4 oranges. What happens in your body? Sugar hits fast. Yes, insulin rush. Gut bacteria go out of whack. Long-term, weight gain, inflammation, insulin resistance. Better drinks: sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or berries. Unsweetened iced teas like green tea or hibiscus kombucha. Watch the sugar content, though. Coconut water, in moderation. Look for no added sugar varieties. 5. French fries. Crispy, golden, metabolic mayhem. Look, I love fries too, but they love your blood sugar a little too much. White potatoes already have a GI of 73. Deep frying gnaws carcinogens like acrylamide, plus trans fats from reused oils. Health. Fallout. Raises LDL, bad cholesterol, triggers oxidative stress, increases insulin resistance. A slightly better option, oven-baked sweet potato fries. They've got lower GI beta-carotene, more fiber. Still, test your blood sugar. Sweet potatoes can sneak up on you. 6. Baked goods, the perfect storm of bad carbs, muffins, cookies, pastries, the carb version of a toxic relationship. What's inside? Refined white flour, sugar, hydrogenated oils, chemical preservatives. These are basically tiny edible weapons against your pancreas. Better choices. DIY low-carb treats using coconut flour, almond flour, and natural sweeteners like monk fruit or stevia. Make your own muffins with pumpkin, zucchini, or chia seeds for added fiber and nutrients. 7. Sauces and condiments, hidden sugar landmines. You wouldn't think sauce matters, but even a few tablespoons can derail your whole meal. Read the label and you'll often find high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, modified starches, sugar under 4 different names. Better alternatives: homemade sauces using Greek yogurt, avocado, tomato paste, olive oil, lemon juice, mustard, garlic, and herbs. Your taste buds will thank you, and so will your blood vessels. 8. Soda and diet soda, liquid trouble in a can. This one's no shocker, right? But here's what might surprise you. Regular soda, chuff glucose tidal wave. Diet soda, metabolic mischief. Studies show diet soda can increase risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 67%. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame may damage nerves and disrupt the gut microbiome. Even your brain doesn't like them. They've been linked to headaches and mood swings. Alternatives: sparkling water with fruit. Herbal teas, light homemade kombucha, cucumber, or mint-infused water. Final thought: one carb doesn't fit all. Here's the twist. Not all carbs are evil. Your body needs some carbs, especially ones paired with fiber, fat, and protein. The trick is to focus on whole, unprocessed, low GI carbs. Pair carbs with fat or protein to blunt glucose spikes. Test your blood sugar after meals. Find out what works for you. Use a glucose meter or a CGM, continuous glucose monitor. Data is power, especially when it comes to your health. Let me know in the comments. Which of these foods surprised you the most? And which healthy swaps are you going to try first? Your pancreas will thank you. See you in the next video. And remember, knowledge is the most powerful ingredient in your diabetes journey.